Ayan. So, thank you so much, Richard, once again. So, wala na tayong introduction talaga. So, ito na talaga yung pinaka-intro. So, thank you so much. At ito nga po, no, another episode ng ating Beauty and the Business. So, once again, thank you so much, Richard, sa ating Tech Director at syempre pa, dito sa ating mga nanonood at tagapakinig. So, don't forget po, no, tayo po ay mamimigay also ng 100 pesos in your GCash para all around the nation. Kasi last time, no, namigay tayo ng mga gift packs pero limited lang dito sa Metro Manila. Alright? So, nakakatuwa kasi napakagaling talaga at napakaganda pa ng ating guest for this afternoon. Alright? Very controversial also, pero alam naman natin she's very, very smart and also part of the board ng iba't ibang organization. Not only that, siya rin po ay isang youth ambassador and model. So, minsan nag-hosting din siya. That's why she's really, really good. Okay? So, ito nga pala, no, ito po ang qualification at mechanics natin sa ating ipamimigay ngayong afternoon. So, tutok lamang kayo mula 1 p.m. hanggang 2:30 in the afternoon. And by the way, thank you so much ang aking brother na si Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez dahil nga, no, nagbigay sa atin itong opportunity. The only voice master here in the Philippines. And I am your host, Grace Bondad Nicolas. But bago yan, no, ito po ay isang libreng show para sa ating mga small and micro entrepreneurs na gustong magkaroon ng kaalaman. Okay, at syempre, earning din para even during this pandemic ay kumikita. So mamaya po, i-discuss po rin natin yan, ha? Okay, so ayan, while we're waiting dito sa ating guest, okay, tayo po ay nandito ngayon sa ating meron tayong pandemya, COVID-19 nga po, no? So talagang kailangan din talaga natin na kumita. Okay? So I would say, napakarami po natin ditong brands na pwedeng pagkakitaan at yun nga, kalo-launch lang po natin. Don't forget po, no? Nag-launch po tayo ng Sagot Ko Ang Puhunan Mo. Napakaganda po na isang programa mula po ito sa AAA or AAA Cosmetics and Trading Company. Okay? So tayo po ay may 4 na brands. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan. Ito pong ating 4 na brands ay pwede niyo pong ibenta at magbibigay po tayo ng puhunan. Package po ito, no? Reseller package para po dun sa mga maa-approve na mga nawala ng trabaho at ma-approve ng ating team na makakatanggap ito nga pong ating libreng investment. So don't forget po, no, check nyo lang po yung ating AAA Cosmetics and Trading Company. Pwede kayong doon na mag-message kung paano po sumali. Marami rin po tayong articles ngayon na inyo pong mababasa, ha. Tayo nga po ay na-feature sa The Manila Times at marami pa pong vlogs na kung saan po ay makikita nyo kung paano po sumali. Okay? So, ito po ay ating Watch, Learn, and Earn. Ito pong ating show na Beauty and the Business. Huwag niyong kalimutan, no? Watch, Learn, and Earn. So, kayo ay nanonood mula 1 p.m. to 2:30. Mamaya po ay atin po itong mamimigay po nga tayo ng 100 pesos, no? Para sa 10 na lucky winners. So, paano po sumali, no? Ito po, huwag niyong kalimutan, makikita niyo rin po dito sa screen. I-like niyo lang po ang ating pong page under VG8, okay? At i-share. Ito pong ating show na Beauty and the Business. Okay? Not only that po, paki-follow po yung ating mga Facebook accounts. Grace Bondad Nicolas, meron po tayong Facebook account or fan page na Grace Bondad Nicolas. Don't forget. And then, yun po ay bago nyo po, after po na ma-share nyo na ito pong ating show. Okay, at para po naman itong inyong mga kasama ay makapanood din at maybe sila rin po ay makatanggap ng 100 pesos. Pakitag po 3 sa inyong mga friends, sa mga kamag-anak dyan. Especially po dyan, nationwide po tayo. Don't forget, actually, worldwide nga po dahil tayo ay online, mapapanood tayo ayan sa worldwide web. Okay, so tayo po ay global. But yung ating pong ipamimigay ay, yun nga po, yung may mga GCash dyan. Dahil ating pong isi-share sa GCash, yung ating pong 100 pesos na ibibigay mamaya. So, share lang po tayo para kayo ay makatanggap ng 100 pesos na cash. Okay, so ngayong buwan po ng Mayo, actually, end of May na po, May 31 po ngayon. So thank you so much. We're still alive, everyone, ano? So we're very thankful and grateful kasi nga po ay meron po tayong opportunity na kaya pang ipamahagi dito po sa ating mga kababayan. So sa mga nanonood, tutok lamang. Okay, again, tayo ay 1 p.m. hanggang 2:30 in the afternoon. So kayo po ay mamimigay po tayo ng 5. Una pong pipilian ng ating tech director. 5 po yan ha. Mamaya-maya lang po. At the end of the show, ay atin po makakapili rin po ang ating tech director na si Richard ng 100 pesos para po sa 5 na lucky winners. Okay? So, ayan. Alright. So, okay. Ang ating pong forum discussion, ito po ay, okay, alam naman natin beauty and the business. So, atin pong i-share kung ano po ang ating pwede pagkakitaan pa ngayong pandemya and beyond. Okay, so ito po yung ating isang brand. Teka, ayan, yan. Ito, yung ating isang brand na Immune C. Ito po ay merong vitamins, saka po meron din po itong zinc. Ang sabi po ng ating mga kasamahan, ay yung zinc daw po talaga nagpapaboost sa ating immune system. So yun po ang kailangan natin, ano? Ngayon po na nasa pandemya tayo because of the COVID na ating pong nararanasan, no? Ang tagal na, no? Sana magkaroon na ng immunization lahat ng tao, magkaroon na ng vaccine. Magkaroon ng vaccine. Alright? So, at while wala pa po, palakasin natin yung ating immune system. Ito po yung Immune C. Okay, sa halaga po na 2,998, kung regular po na reseller yung ating pong papasukin, sa halaga 2,998, ay pwede na po tayong magnegosyo. Okay, so ang bentahan po natin ito ay 260 pesos. Okay, isang bottle na po yan. At kikita po tayo dahil kung kayo po isang reseller, ay pwede na po kayong makakuha ng discounted. Ito po, nakikita nyo dito sa ating screen. Join us bilang isang reseller sa halagang 2,998 ay pwede na po. Okay, Immune C, Glutaglow, Glam High Cosmetics, at Graceful Skin Essential. Okay, so under Glam High po, meron po tayong iba't iba rin po tayong products. So, ito po ang hawak ko. Ito po yung soap. Na SRP po nito ay only 100 pesos. So, nakapagpabata po yan. Wala ang mga wrinkles. So, napakaganda po talaga. At buong pamilya po ay pwedeng gumamit. Buong katawan, ano po. Ito rin po yung Glam High Cosmetics under Andrea. So, meron din po si Andrea na lip tint saka lip gloss. Okay? So, sa halaga rin po again na 2,998 ay pwede na po kayong magnegosyo. At ito po, yung ating slimming drinks naman. Ito po yung Glutaglow na iniinom ni Master Hans Kua saka ni Erica Embang. Meron po tayong 2 variant nito. Variant po natin coffee at saka meron din po tayo na dark chocolate. Okay? So, napakasarap po niyan. I-compare po natin dun sa iba pa na ating po nasa market ay tayo po ay kaping-kape po talaga ang lasa at dark chocolate po talaga ang lasa, no? Yung iba po kasi ay pampapayat nga raw pero hindi naman talaga mainom. Na parami yata yung moringa at yung mga active ingredients. So, ito po, Glutaglow po yan under ni Erica Embang. Ayan, ang ating one of the endorser, maliban po kay Hans Kua. Master Hans Kua. So, ito po, kung gusto niyo po maging isang franchisee, 299,998 po. Kayo po yung nasa top. Okay? And then, kung gusto niyo po mag-isang regional distributor, 99,998. Kung gusto niyo naman po ng inyong area, halimbawa po sa Pasig, sa Mandaluyong, gusto niyo pong hawakan, sa halagang 90,998 po, ay ito pwede na. Okay? Tapos, ayan naman po, kung kayo nga po ay isang reseller, pwede na po ito 2,998 kung yun po ang gusto niyo, no? Depende po kasi yan sa ating budget. Okay? So, ito po yung ating bestseller sa ngayon at alam naman natin na talagang kumikita at gumaganda. Gusto ng mga mami, ito po Graceful Skin Essential. Okay, so ito po ay rejuvenating kit. Sa halaga po 350 pesos naman po, binibenta po natin ang SRP nito pong isang set. Okay? Graceful Skin Essential. Ayan. So, meron po tayo dito na rejuvenating kit. Rejuvenating cream. Meron din po siya kasamang toner and then of course yung soap at saka po sunblock para po tayo ay yun, hindi tayo mangitim. And then, of course, harmful po kasi talaga yung ating pong araw, no? So, talaga ngayon nga, lagi nakapayong tayo and everything else, no? So, don't forget po, rejuvenating kit po yan under ng Graceful Skin Essential. Okay, so Richard, let me know lang kung okay na si Deniece. Ayan. Later po ay ating i-introduce ang ating napakaganda at very smart na guest for this afternoon. Ayan po yung banat soap. Ang ating pong promo, actually yung promo po natin ay within month of May. At ito nga po, no, sa halaga po, instead na magbabayad kayo ng 1,500 pesos na lang po siya. Promo po, Mother's Day promo po natin yan. So, I'm very grateful and thankful po sa mga naka-order at tumangkilik na. Okay, kasi ito nga po, 50% off po yan. So, pwede nyo na rin ibenta, di ba? Napakamura. Not only that, Richard, pakita natin yung ating mga promo dito sa ating month of May. Napakarami po niyan. Ayan, check nyo sa ating screen. Ayan, alright? Ayan, for Mother's Day, ayan, sa halaga pong 500 pesos na lang po yan, ha? So, dapat po yan ay 1,000 more. 1,095, if I'm not mistaken, 1,005. Okay, 500 pesos na lang po yan. Kayo po ay makakakuha. Pwede pa rin po tayo magregalo, no? Sa akin nga po, everyday is Mother's Day. Okay, so, ayan, pwede na po yung magregalo. Kasama na po nito ang Immune C or Vitamin C. And then, 500 milligram po yan. And then, ito nga po yung ating rejuvenating kit. At, syempre, papang-paslim ang ating Glutaglow Slimming Drinks. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so ready na siguro ang ating napakaganda at very smart na guest for this afternoon. So, yun nga po, no, I introduced kanina, siya po isang youth ambassador, okay? At napakarami din po niya na nagawa para sa bayan. At yun po, bibigyan ko po siya later ng chance to introduce herself para po makilala nyo. She's also part of the board under the Yupanco group of companies na hinawakan po na Yap Gallery. We're going to launch actually the Yap Museum. Ito po ay binubuo ng iba't ibang icon all around the globe, especially po syempre dito sa Philippines. Okay? So, ayan, let's introduce na Youth Ambassador and the CEO of Deniece. Okay? Company, let's all welcome Miss Deniece Cornejo. Ayan, so while we're still waiting sa ating napakaganda, very gorgeous, at Youth Ambassador na si Miss Deniece Cornejo, okay, atin pong i-welcome once again kayong lahat. Don't forget, Ayan, hi Miss Deniece, how are you?
Hi! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat ng mga nanonood, especially to our viewers abroad. And of course, to Miss Grace, who really gave me an opportunity to share whatever I can share to add beauty this afternoon.
Yes, hindi ka lang beauty, di ba? You have also your own business. Not only that, no, youth ambassador, ang hirap para mapasama ka bilang isang ambassador. Talagang everything is settled, like the credibility, of course, your background, kasi kaya ka nga kinuha, di ba? Para ikaw mag-represent, ng isang organization. So tell us something about it, and please introduce yourself para mas maintindihan pa nitong ating mga tagapanood at nakikinig.
Hi everyone. Once again, thank you for having me. I think that beauty and business doesn't only relate about, cosmetic, all about the aesthetic, but the really important or the essential of beauty in the business, which is that we're going to expand this interview. As what you mentioned po about ambassadorship is not an easy task, especially that I've gone through in life. And in order for you to bounce back and to prove your integrity and credibility, especially that I'm a student leader way back in college, it took me a while because it involves leadership and it involves solution, strategy, and determining right decisions, especially in your meetings, especially people you're going to meet, whether you're familiar with them or not. So, uh, being an ambassador in different association takes a lot of courage and integrity, and a lot of patience, and of course, you have to handle with diplomacy.
That's right, that's right. Ang hirap
Hello.
din, no? Hindi lahat actually ay talagang napipili, di ba? Okay. So thank you so much. And not only that, nagkaroon tayo ng pandemya last year. So it's very surreal, di ba? Maikwento ko lang din, no? So I'm actually in Nepal during that time, nung nagkaroon ng isa, nagkaroon ng dalawa na cases dito sa Philippines. So talagang yung anxiety is very hard, especially when I arrived. Kasi pumasok din ako sa Thailand, sa Bangkok. So what's the first thing that came to your mind nung nalaman mo na baka magkaroon ng lockdown and also baka magkahawahan? During that time, if I'm not mistaken, December pa lang talaga nagkaroon na ng mga
Take us
news
back.
with regards to
Hello.
that. Oo.
Well, it was announced around March, wherein it's Women's Month, and we about to have a Women's Month activities. And as a women empowerment activist, and also I'm going pieces the time, which is obstacles of feminism facing contemporary world, which I'm going to be interviewing iconic women in the Philippines. So nahirapan po talaga ako, and but I believe that if you will entertain negative and the fear will come into your spirit and also in your mind, hindi ka talaga makakagawa ng right decisions and right strategy and plan. So what I did, I make sure that I am well connected and well informed with the ongoing quarantine or ongoing government announcement. Kasi that time, lahat tayo, we're still clueless of what's going to happen and what's going to be the next move of our government and what's going to be our next survival strategy. So during the time, I only thought of like it's going to be a challenging year, but it's not going to be forever. So you have to apply the ambassadorship characteristic, which is yun nga, integrity and be patient and also be a role model or an example of courage and strength to others. Because it's not going to be easy. So that's what I felt. My initial reaction is I have to go through the process and hold on that vision and also surround yourself with people who you think that will help your mental health. And of course, you have to reach out also to your family and to your friends na syempre, they don't know what they're going to do or they didn't go through a lot like what I've done, what I've done in my life. So I think um, being compassionate to others, especially to your family and to your friends, and even to your enemies, you have to check up also with them. I mean, enemies in a competition in the market or in the business. So it's really better to not only think about yourself but also think about others because that's how we will be challenged in our beauty. It's in our soul. So yun yung personal reaction ko. I just take the challenge.
Yes, it's really, really very hard during that time, no? Talagang ayoko lumabas even during that time because of the anxiety. Even my friends who were with me in Nepal, super talagang
Hirap.
nakakatakot. My uncle actually even told me, oh, wag ka munang bumalik. And I'm like, hello, in Nepal, they secured already, isa pa lang yung case. They already stopped everything, napapasok. But in the Philippines, talagang naging open pa rin. Sabi ko, teka, ako ang natatakot bumalik because of the cases na tumataas. But then anyway, so Denise, people watch you already. You became that popular during different events. Can you please share yung anong hindi alam ng ating mga kababayan with regards to the gorgeous, the smart Deniece Cornejo? And of course, saan ka nag-aral? Introduce yourself first kasi ako, kilala kita. So, we're together under the Yupangko, di ba? So, how about those people
Hello.
na hindi nakakakilala sa'yo? Oo.
Um, I think we are being judged all the time with what we wear, how we talk, and what is our family background, and what course did we study, and what type of friends we have. So medyo sa akin, medyo mysterious yung type kasi I really welcome and embrace different types of people, and I'm not afraid to explore my character, my personality, and my purpose, especially that everything is, falling into the right direction and destiny. I think what people don't know about me is I'm just being myself. I focus more on my spiritual health, and I focus more on I have that vision, pero I let God walk through that mission. Meaning, kasi tayo, when we have this certain mission and vision in your life, kasi that's very important, especially if you have business or whether a professional, uh, uh, um, whether a doctor, a lawyer, or it's very important to have that vision and mission in your life. And different sa akin, yung mga ibang tao, they really don't know what I'm doing because I'm into entrepreneur. Even in school, when I was still in Lasal, I am very quiet. So even although I was active in my modeling way back, and even in modeling, so iba-iba din yung mga naging roles ko. And then in school naman, I'm very particular with what subjects I like, and what who I'm going to hang out with. I studied in LaSalle, and then management hospitality school. Now, I also took up some short courses in Ateneo, which is digital marketing. I also took up a international law, which is practicing children's rights in theory, which is I really enjoy because I'm an advocate of youth and also children. So I learn a lot of while I'm doing that online study. And now I'm a scholar of International Master Business Administration. I was granted a scholarship in United Kingdom, although I cannot go there today, because of the pandemic and they have this serious virus. But hopefully I can visit and took some, uh, classes there. So now I focus on the international masters. So there you go, po. I love motivating people. I love empowering people. When I said empowering people, not only empowering women, but empowering people in a way that empower children, you empower male, female, um, in different walks of life. So I rather use empowering people than empowering women because when a woman speaks for her rights and express her power and strength to others, that's already women empowerment, and it's to symbolize your gender. So it doesn't. As a women empowerment activist or a leader, you have to be fair. You have to see people in their potential, and I think that's that's who I am. That's also I want our youth and our entrepreneurs and also uh, our viewers and our women or young ladies and young men and even our grandparents, kasi I'm very close with my lola and lolo, so they really guide me and give me advices, and they never control my decisions. I take them as an advice, and I've learned a lot of things, and I've enjoyed and walked through the process.
Wow, very well educated talaga. Actually, we're really into continuous education. So, ang dami-dami naman talagang available around, especially in Ateneo, di ba? Yung mga short courses, not only there, also in AIM and different school. So, Lasal ka pala, hospitality, if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned?
Management, yes po.
Ayun, so kaya naman pala. But then anyway, napakahirap talaga even during this pandemic, no? So congratulations also for that scholarship in UK. Kakaiba yun, no? Not everyone ay nabibigyan ng ganung opportunity. So okay, my next question, what's the most challenging that you experienced so far? Kasi especially this pandemic, no, ang hirap. Everyone actually are, well, lots of challenges. And I keep on telling to everyone, if you're alive, talagang hindi nawawala yung challenges. Pero may level-level kasi yan, no? Di ba? Merong maliit na kayang-kayang solusyonan. Meron namang malaki na talagang we really need an advice, mentor, coaches, and even our family to support us. So in terms of business also, no, what is the most challenges, ayan, or challenging experience that you encounter?
I think the availability of people, the staff, and of course the you're going to deal with their family issues, their personal issues, especially in pandemic, and you have to be considerate. And like me, I'm heading different meetings, different business, which cater in one vision and one goal. It's difficult because hindi lang isipin mo yung sarili mo, but you're also going to think about their situation as well. And I know a lot of business people, and even in those employee that experience really a hard times, especially last year. I think they also think na sana maintindihan ako ni boss, sana maintindihan ako ng workmates ko, and we were challenged to be compassionate to others and considerate. But syempre, you have a lot of responsibility and decision making that you have to do in a certain situation, which is I experienced. Like for example, I experienced. I won this bidding. It's an international film. Um, it's already airing right now. I'm one of the designer style director. Unfortunately, um, my partner, or the one that I assigned to do that masterpiece, she wasn't that focused. So ako yung nag-represent nung gawa niya, which is it's also I cannot be too negative and I cannot be too naggy because I know how it feels. I don't know what she's going through, but I still gave her another chance. So those are the things that you have to consider in pandemic that become challenge to me. Also, when it comes to cash flows naman, of course, it's also a challenge because especially that our banks are closed and some transactions are closed, and you know um, uh, there are a lot of people are not really into techie, and if you get orders to abroad or if you want to do meetings, especially in certain areas like Zoom and other digital platforms, and if the contracts and the checks, yung mga ganyan. So you have to validate and validate it. It's maraming process and it takes a lot of patience. Uh, it's not easy because we're not used to it. Unlike like me, I'm a social person and I like talking to people face to face. But then when that pandemic, I experienced, you really have to adjust yourself. It's not the world will adjust to you. You're going to adjust to the business, and you're going to be the one to share the solution. So those are the things. Syempre, may mga hirap mong pagtiwalaan kasi may mga ibang uh, dito people you're working with offer you. You don't know, iba na kakaroon ng mga selfish desires, kakaroon ng what's this, yung money issues, financial issues, and you just have to have your faith, and you have to always explore what's trending, what's new, what people like. Kasi, yun na nga, we're already living in the era of social media. We're already living in the innovative era wherein we have to be aware and be informed what's in the trend, what people need, and that's a challenge. Not only me, I think other people also can relate.
That's right. Talagang there are some external forces that we cannot control, especially with the team, no? Talagang ganon. It's human nature. And I like it yung when you mentioned that we're the ones going to adjust, not the people around us. So, in other words kasi, you need to become adaptable, especially during this pandemic, no? As what they keep on telling us, those people who are thriving are only those who who can adapt, 'di ba? Not the rich people, not those who are smart, but those who are adaptable to change. It's really, really hard, 'di ba? Especially maraming tao ngayon na talagang siguro they're really so crazy with regards to their business kasi pwedeng hindi na siya nag-thrive ngayon, humina yung negosyo. So it's very hard, especially that's what you're doing before. And then meron din naman, as we saw, and based on statistics, na talaga namang kumikita, especially those people who are in beauty and health and wellness industry, okay? So that's why, ito nga yung pinasok natin, no? We just launched actually the AAA Cosmetics and Trading Company last year. So as what our mentor keep on
Wow.
telling us also, no, with Robert Yupanco, I actually consider him as one of my mentor. Sabi niya, invest, invest, invest. And also, this is the right time actually to acquire more, to invest more, and to launch your own business. Sa mga tao po, dun po dito sa ating mga kasamahan, if you still don't know what business yung gusto nyong pasukin, don't forget, it must be kung ano po yung you are passionate about. Any kind of business pwede nyong pasukin. People keep on telling me na ano ba yung magandang negosyo, I keep on telling them back. If I already knew kung ano yung magandang negosyo, actually po, no, I'm part of Go Negosyo as one of the certified coach. So, yun din po binabanggit nitong ating mga kasamahan. Kung alam din lang namin, yun yung papasukin. It's really what you are passionate about. Meron nga po tayo mga kakilala who are very successful. Ano po ang negosyo nila? Nag-start sila sa meron silang junk shop. And now, everywhere, meron naman siyang resort. So, it really takes time also yung pagiging po successful. Don't forget. Meron din po tayong kasamahan na ang kanya pong negosyo ay funeral parlor. Okay? So, it doesn't mean po na ayaw natin or tingin natin na hindi maayos, hindi magiging successful. It depends really on the person. Okay? Kung ano po, what you're really passionate about, fight for it and don't give up. Okay? So, yun po, no, with regards doon po sa mga gustong magnegosyo. And again, sinabi kanina ni Deniece, you need to become adaptable. In other words, no, kailangan tayo yung mag-accept, hindi itong ating mga nakasurround sa atin because there are people and there are a lot of circumstances that we really can't control. Ano yung kaya lang natin i-control? Of course, our own decision. Alright? So, there are a lot of forces that we cannot control, especially the people. Binanggit kanina ni Deniece, no, na i-share niya na hindi naging maayos, okay, yung kanilang isang negosyo because of the people, which nangyayari po yan sa karamihan, especially lahat, we cannot survive as katayo lang, no? Ang sabi nga, no man is an island. And it's actually learning experience sa atin. Because then again, we cannot control a lot of people. We cannot control their decision. And it's human nature eh. Okay? So, teka, pwede natin i-share din yung ating pong gustong i-share dito sa ating mga kababayan. Yung sagot ko, puhunan mo. Don't forget po, sa mga walang trabaho sa ngayon, na walang po ng trabaho, under our company, Tag Media Group and AAA Cosmetics and Trading Company, we're giving out dito po sa ating mga kababayan, libre pong pangkabuhayan, libre pong investment. Okay, don't forget, just check it po itong ating mga social media accounts na AAA Cosmetics and Trading Company. You can check it also under Gluta Glow Slimming Drinks fan page, also Graceful Skin Essential fan page. Ayan, with Master Hans Kua, kasama ko po siya on June 4 and June 24, we're going to launch po and give you a lot of information on paano po kayo makakakuha nito pong ating libreng investment. Okay? Sagot ko, puhunan mo, SKPM, a free investment capital for display workers. This is not for everyone. Ito po ay sa mga nawalan lang po ng trabaho. Okay? Don't forget, it will be on June 4 and 24 with Master Hans Crew. It will be live po sa kanyang fan pages and YouTube account. Meron po yata si Master Hans na 4 na Facebook account. Napakarami niyang following, mga 600,000, 400,000. Okay, at sana po ay makatulong. So, yan po with Master Hans Crew, na isa rin po nating brand ambassador endorser ng Immune C, Vitamin C with Zinc, and of course also ng ating pong Gluta Glow Slimming Drinks. Kaya siya namayat, Kitang-kita nyo, ang payat niya. Ayan, alright. So, ito yung next question natin kay Deniece, no, na napakagaling naman talaga, very smart. She's into continuous education. Parang ako. Ayan, we really love continuous education. Namimiss ko na nga na pumasok sa school. Okay, so number 4 na question natin. What is your advice to those who have a business right now? Because this is pandemic, okay? So, anong advice mo,
Yeah.
Denise, sa mga nagne-negosyo ngayon? Ayan.
I think when you've mentioned that you welcome those people who are in need in venturing business and to start up, which is very generous and thoughtful of this program. But then, if I'm gonna be asked, the first thing that I wonder is how's our Philippine market or the Philippine stock market has been involved during this pandemic. And my answer would be like, I think the local and foreign investors are not that happy, or I can say that they disliked venturing in our Philippine economy because the Philippine market is not that growing, and the same time ang dami nating mga nawalang mga our economy just went down. I think I'm not sure about the percent, but our yung utang natin namabutan ng trilyon as basis what the news is talking is just announced recently, I think 2 months ago. And while the other country, which is I think the U.S. market and well the other are doing good because why would I say so? We are already in the innovation era wherein these companies are getting more exciting and get more involved and getting involved because of what artificial intelligence, computer, and a lot of advance that they can offer to the market. We're in Philippines right now, which is good because we're into retailing. But the question is, are we really helping the Philippine economy, or are we still getting products and other materials from abroad? So that's the main question. If that's so, then we're still in the retailing process. We're not really helping that economy because we have to, lift our Philippine economy by agriculture, by getting involved with the innovative ideas that we can also compete and give a try, and also to cleanse our mindset and have that cooperation, especially that the community and the government having that misunderstanding to each other. I think that's the first step in order to expand and to help other into business. Kasi syempre, there's formal business and there's also informal business. So instead formal business, like you can go to DTI and have it registered, and then boom, you can just market it in your social media accounts, and even you just do phone calls. But then if you don't have that informal, if you don't have that concrete or well informed process. So, pwede kang magkaroon ng problem ng scamming, magkaroon ka rin ng problem ng, being impatient and madali ka mag-give up. So, I think this is a show that if you that giving good mentorship, especially to those young na wanted to have their business, also those even those successful ones na bumaksak yung company nila, which is it's also good mentorship kasi mentorship, sabi niyo nga po, learning is a forever process. It's a continuous process. So I think having been mentored, informal and being formal is essential to our mental desire, mental health, because when this is involved, it takes a lot of decision making. It takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of discernment and a lot of people that you're going to meet from different walks of life. So if you don't have that basic formal, well, basic. When I said basic, not the literal basic na like we do the retailing and the social media, but the basic that we can apply so that hindi tayo mapapahamak, hindi tayo masascam, at alam natin kung paano maging professional kahit we're starting a startup or small business. And it's also essential and very important to be surrounded with people who really can define success not only with me, myself, and I, but also can recognize other people like their employee. You can recognize the support of your family, the support of your friends. So I think it's very important to surround yourself with them because they will be the one to say and they will be the one to validate your capability and also your determination and your perspective and your passion to a specific business. You said nga po, you mentioned about passion, um, we all have our passion, but sometimes you give up, especially if like this pandemic, na nagkakaroon ng mga, is it really meant for me? Is it just a challenge? Or saan ako kukuha ng puhunan? Sino tutulong sa akin? Will I fail? When it's going to end? Is it going to be another GCQ, ECQ again? Those are the questions in your mind. So before you go to a business, you have to make sure that you really know what you're going to, take. And passion is number one, of course. And number two is you create your simple business plan, your threats, which is the SWOT analysis, and also surround yourself with people like friends who can support your startup business, so that they can also uh, be the token of your success when that starts small business emerge. They'll be your testimony, they'll be your living testimony, they'll be the one to approve your success, no? At least you start small, you embrace people who you think that you've been intimidated of, but then at the end of the day, success in business is success in business is not all about wealth or money. It's not all about power. It's not all about fame. Sometimes there's some business people that they are working behind the scenes, and there's some people that businessmen that they want to be seen. So which are you? If I'm going to be asked, I want to be working behind the scenes because I think working behind the scenes is it shows more humility, and the same time you are pushing and uplifting your people that without them you cannot be the person you are, and it's very important to recognize those people. And always be informed with the Philippine stock market, with the trends. We have social media, we have access. You don't need to be a master, you don't need to be a professional or successful businessman and businesswoman to be entertained. You just have to be informed with the recent ongoing of our market, and also what's the trend, and also what people like, and be number importante is you follow the protocols, especially right now that even you wanted to do business, it's so hard dahil you cannot go out, there's social distancing, you want to meet the people, and hindi naman lahat pwedeng laging social media because sometimes baka maloko ka. So these things will really shape you as an entrepreneur and will shape the beauty and the beauty of your business. Business is not all about a lot of strategies, a lot of people that will pull you down, a lot of people that will motivate you today, and the next day they will not. So that's the beauty in business. It's not about failing. It's not about getting involved faster, but the beauty in business is uh, getting yourself prepared and planned, and get connected to this kind of program wherein they can wherein you can uplift yourself even no one believes you, because at the end of the day it's not the it's not the performance that count. It's the it's a discipline, and the whole you put yourself on that business, and that's make you successful. Being successful is, as I've mentioned, is about accumulating wealth, because even if you have that a lot of um, sales and been successful in business. But then, if your living is so high, there's a possibility that you're not accumulating wealth. You're just spending money. You're just spending luxury, and that's not business. Because business is being thoughtful to others and being generous to people that who need, especially in sharing your blessing, but also be subjective in what you're going to spend and why you're going to spend. And that's a challenge, because when you involve yourself into business, you're so overwhelmed with the world, and the first step you're going to have to do it to plan is to buy things. Like, I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, I want the woman that people look up to. I want to be the man that look up to. I want to drive my expensive car. I want to buy all those things. That's not the goal. The goal is having a business is putting solution on the economy and creating jobs to people, and creating potential businessman and businesswoman in the future. It's not about just accumulating wealth and spend it, because at the end of the day, as what emerged 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. That's the history, and looking in that 5,000 years gap is such a mystery, meaning a lot of businessman and businesswoman and small and big uh, entrepreneurs or a company have so much story to tell. So, which is, we don't have that much access to their stories. Only those people as always, but those people also that have also an inspiring story to tell. We don't have that access. We don't know what they've gone through, and for you to be a front liner, a frontier of that startup business. So it's very important to be very careful of sure that you're doing, uh, um, what's this to envision, or your reasons and your reasons and your purpose are aligned to what is destined for you.
Okay, that's an ample of information, Denise.
So
You are
haba
very
ba? Ang haba.
gorgeous.
Sorry.
Well, we
Sorry.
became so much informed also, no? So you're very beautiful and very gorgeous to look at. But then again, you mentioned about Demico Global Solution Company. We like to understand more about it. Maybe a lot of people are listening right now and would like to engage with you under your company. You're actually an entrepreneur, the chief executive officer of your company. Tell us something about Demico Global Solutions Company. Ayan. Is it company or corporation?
It's corporation. It's corporation. Well, this started. Actually, it's not that I'm not that operating that much, especially just this pandemic. And I'm very careful with people I'm going to work with. I'm more focused on the diamond closet, which is the styling, the designing, and also others properties that we have in the family. And what else? And I also work in artificial intelligence. So I work as an employee, and also um, busy in different ambassadorship and advocacies. So, well, Demico Global Solution, in the word Demico, it stands Deniece Cornejo, which is my name. And global, when you say global, it's international. So when you get international, you're talking about investors outside of, I mean abroad. And my field is more on talking to people. My field is more on getting to know what they need from the Philippines, what they see or they see potential that they can. That's where Demico Global, gets in. We invite people as an investor to invest in whatever business they want, whether they need office, they need registration. and that was the basic before. But now, since I'm into environment, I'm an advocate for environment. I'm also involved in sports, which is I'm a former athlete way back, and then also I'm an artist myself, and I like innovation. So um, I got or by the department itself of Department of Energy, which their their ambassador, which is Chris Chu. So we talk about the waste to energy and the other innovative innovative new companies that getting into Philippines. So that's where Demic Global Solution is, as at what I've mentioned. Being strategic and getting involved, getting your Philippine involved, your country involved, is such a noble thing to do. So, like for example, you wanted to help the Philippines, or you wanted to go to them, you wanted to expand your business in the Philippines, whether it's waste environment, whether it's retail, whether it's uh, you know um, getting be connected with people. We will be helping you how it's going to be done, and we're gonna make sure that it's going to be long term, and it's not just going to be selfish desire, but also can help our Philippine economy. So that's what Demic Global Solution is a general word for it. So yeah, Demic Global Solution will be tie up with CEO Club Worldwide, which is I'll be sitting as a president. CEO Club Worldwide is already existing in US for 40 years now. They have Steve Jobs. They have the owner of Forbes, different icons, and also we have in China and Spain. And I was asked to be the president to bring new leadership on the table, which will be launching this year, hopefully, by the help of God's will. So basically, yon. I'm gonna tie up the Demic Global Solution to CEO Club so that we can help our Philippine economy uh, emerge. Philippine stock market is not that doing good right now, and people are really confused on and what they're going to do. And if you notice, we have so much OFWs who are working abroad, and I salute it. Why? Because I came from a product of OFW. My parents are OFW, and they spoiled me with values, education, and contentment, and seeing others who uh, working abroad, natigil sila, and it feels so bad for them. So I think this company, or this this platform would be given more impact and assistance to those who needs to help the Philippine economy, especially our neighboring countries.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Denise. I heard about that CEO organization that I think will put up here in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. But then anyway, okay. So thank you so much. Hindi pa tayo tapos, no? Richard, we're going to have actually our break. All right, for 2 minutes. But before that, after that, actually, we're going to announce also kung sino ang ating 5 lucky winners who's going to receive, ayan, either GCash in a while. Okay? So, yeah, go ahead, Richard. Okay, congratulations! Ayan, sa ating lucky winners. Ito po yung partial pa lang, no? Okay, basahin natin. Corazon Ang, Hazel Jensaya, Baby J. Lumahan. Ito, ating loyal following na to, no? And Nestor Lim. Nestor Lim is part of the media naman. So, thank you so much dito sa ating first 4 partial. So, mamaya lang, no? 6 naman yung ating i-announce na mananalo. Direct po ito sa inyong mga GCash. So, later on, paki-text na lang, okay, dun sa ating VG8. Later on, pa-message na lang yung inyong mga GCash account and paki-screenshot na rin. Itong ipinalash kanina, ipa-flash ulit yan ni Richard later on, no? Okay, so Richard, yung 2 minutes natin, pakita natin just saying thank you sa ating the only voice master here in the Philippines, Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. So ready na ba yung ating video, Richard?
Hello! Do you want to be a certified voice artist right at the comfort of your home? Then join the Certified Voice Artist Program Batch 2, starting this August 1. This is led by no other than the internationally renowned voice master of the Philippines, Sir Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. This comprehensive program will run for 4 consecutive Saturdays, where you will learn about the technical and fundamental skills of being a voice artist. Be able to produce voice variations, learn the formula in creating character voices, and establish your brand as a voice artist. Personally, my favorite was how I was able to find my own voice and was able to strengthen it. So what are you waiting for? Do not miss this opportunity. Join and follow Certified Voice Artist Program on Facebook, and when you enroll and become part of the first 20 participants, you will get further discounts and freebies. And it doesn't end there, because you will also receive a free ebook written by no other than Sir Pocholo Gonzalez. So, join us. Become a voice artist today. I am Pearl Ocampo, part of first batch of the Certified Voice Artist Program. Bye!
Hi, this is Kathleen of Voice Over Flowers. I am inviting everyone to join the Batch 2 of Certified Voice Artist Program by the Voice Master. That's happening on August 1. For more details, visit certifiedvoiceartistprogram.com. See you!
Great day! This is the Voice Master of the Philippines, Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. Welcome to the second week of the Certified Voice Artist Program. Today, we're going to discuss about how you can create different kinds of voices and how you use your voice to create positive social change. You know what? In Creative Voices, we have the opportunity to do what we do best every day. And today, we're going to talk about Module 5, which is practice, practice, practice. So what's next? Now that you have started attending a course, does the learning stop here? Of course not. It is just the beginning.
Hear the voices of greatness on the World Wide Web. VG8 Radio, the voices of greatness.
Okay, hi once again, and I'm back. This is your host, Grace Bondad Nicolas. Alright, we're going to announce also itong ating mga events under Tag Media Group. Ito rin po yung ating mga programa para sa mga kabataan at syempre pa sa ating mga business leaders. So umpisahan po natin for this coming July, we're going to have the grand finals under Asia's Best Singing Competition. So huwag niyo pong kalimutan yan So yung pong ating mga contestants, mga grand finals natin, pakisuportahan po kailangan pong i-like at i-share yung pong kanilang mga photos. So don't forget po ang dami po natin na mga grand finalists for this year. Dapat po kasi ay last year yan. So this actually is going to be the season 3. Dapat season 4. So, we never know kasi nga po na-stop yung ating face-to-face or physical na event because of the, mandated ng ating IATF and because of this pandemic. But then again, walang makakapigil nga raw. Kailangan natin i-launch pa rin, okay, to move on naman for the season 4. So, even po tayo ay online, we're still going to have the grand finals and that's going to be on July 31. Don't forget po sa July po yan. Alright? So, pakita rin po natin, ito po yung ating mga grand finalists na sa ating screen and later on, papakita rin po natin kung sino ang ating mga judges. Makakasama ko po. I'm also part of the awarding committee. Ayan. So, we're very thankful and grateful for the trust of those kids and even the parents na pinasali itong ating mga kabataan. We're actually giving just platform for these kids under Tag Media Group and we're very grateful also dito sa ating mga kasama na mga judges. Okay? So, Richard, sino ba yung ating mga judges para maipakita na natin? Ito po ay aside sa akin, of course, the only jazz king here in the Philippines na si Richard ay makakasama po natin. Kasama din po natin siya last time. Okay? And we hold it actually at Makati Shangri-La last time. And then, of course, we're going to have the next generation. Ayan, musical director po natin yan, ng Aliw at 40 last time, direct Deniece Cornejo. And of course, under the Infinite ang ating pong performer which is managed by Tag Media Group, Russell Dionisio. So ito po ang tatlo na makasama natin for this coming July na ating pong mabibigyan na ng award kung sino po mananalo under Asia's Best Singing Competition. And on November 11, don't forget, but the nomination is still open. Okay, we're going to have the grand yung pong ating ilo-launch na po natin kung sino mga winners sa ating Asia Leaders Awards 2020. This is actually our 4th year under Asia Leaders Awards and we're going to have it inside the Embassy of Singapore. So open pa rin po ang nomination sa www.asialeadersawards.asia. Makikita niyo po doon ang ating, if I'm not mistaken, we have like 27 categories at ito po, makikita nyo sa screen ang ating po mga awards committee. Kasama po ang ambassador ng Singapore, Gerard Ho, ang ambassador ng Poland, at dati pong ambassador ng Korea na ngayon po ay nasa Korea right now po siya, si Dong Man-han, na ngayon po ay under the Ministry of Korea. Alright? We have also Eb Hinchcliffe, under po naman siya ng American Chamber of Commerce here in the Philippines. The COMELEC spokesperson, James Jimenez, sorry, is also part of the awarding committee. Of course, Robert Yupanco. Saglit po, inuna tayo. Ayan. Check niyo po ang ating pong awarding committee. Okay, so i-direction na natin, ito yung ating part ng awarding committee. Of course, Robert Yupanco of Yupanco Group of Companies. Siya rin po ang Vice President ng Korean Chamber or PhilCorrect here in the Philippines. Of course, Andrew Troy Nicolas of Tag Media Group is actually our group chairman. We have also the President of Malaysian Chamber here in the Philippines na si Edward Ling, the Chairman Emeritus of American Association of the Philippines na si Rick Sobreviñas also with us, and the Vice President, he's actually the Secretary General Tan Yu III of Makati Tourism. He actually owns the E-Hotel together with Dr. Elton C. Tan. Siya naman po ay Vice President ng Filipino-Chinese and the President of BNI Network, the biggest network. Ayan, or connecting, parang something like that a networking organization globally. Okay, si Dr. Elton C. Tan, and he's the president of BNI Premier. So, wag niyo pong kalimutan, the nomination still open under Asian Leaders Awards, and we're very thankful with the Embassy of Singapore because we're going to have the event on November 11, 2021 inside the Embassy of Singapore. Okay, so don't forget that. At ibalik din natin itong sagot ko, puhunan mo. Napakaganda po nitong programa sa mga nawalan ng trabaho. Don't forget, magbibigay po tayo ng libreng investment po yan para dito sa ating mga kababayan. Okay, sagot ko, puhunan mo. Ayan. Okay, ibalik na natin kay Deniece. Bago natin i-announce later on ang ating kung sino pa ang nanalo ng ating GCash na ipamimigay this afternoon. Okay? So, Deniece, you mentioned also about Michael Jordan. So, tell us more about it kasi nakaka-excite Michael Jordan, talagang napakaraming fans, basketball fans nitong si Michael Jordan. Tell us something more about it.
Well, fan of basketball, but I grew up with boys. I grew up with my brothers and also my dad and my uncle, who's especially Philippines, very fanatic sa basketball. And I think they're coming. Meron silang ginagawang Space Jam 2, which I think it's gonna be exciting because lalo na wala entertainment sport industry natin. So I think let's see what our sports gonna do about it, especially right ice bound with them situation. So I'm pretty much looking forward if ever that day comes na we're gonna do something about Michael Jordan, and as well as I think the other one too, LeBron James. I'm not familiar with this basketball players, but I'm really a big fan. I said I'm not really into basketball kasi syempre I'm grew up with boys and grew up with siblings, so yun yung pinakalakihan ko. So although I involved myself in sports, which is taekwondo and martial arts, but then I got curious and I never thought that I have to really involve myself, especially I'm into styling. And it's gonna be so exciting, especially that we'll be launching our first wax museum in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, and para naman maiwasan yung mga stress natin, ang dami natin pinagdaanan, and we're gonna bring some entertainment and light, even despite of this pandemic. So yeah.
That's right. What we need right now actually to remove our anxiety, and there are so many problems already and it's the reality. So syempre yun nga binanggit mo kanina, dapat talaga matanggal naman natin yung mga depression kasi it's very very hard, especially on what's going on and what's happening right now. A lot of as much as we don't want to discuss about it kasi it's really happening. There are lots, even our loved ones who are nawala sa atin, di ba? Because of this pandemic, we still need to move on pa rin talaga on our lives. Kasi we really need to be thankful and grateful because we're still alive and we can still give opportunity to these people. So my next question, Deniece, okay? So as what both our mentor, Robert Laurel Yupanco, keep on telling us, invest, invest, invest. And then of course, don't give up. If you're an entrepreneur kasi talagang you keep on doing or taking the risk. That's what we're doing, no? That's why yun nga, we're connected with a lot of activities, even now. And by the way, before my question, thank you so much to American Association of the Philippines for electing me as the first woman president of AAP, or American Association of the Philippines. Ito po ay sa loob ng 73 years na existing here in the Philippines, their establishment. First time po na babae naman yung naging president. And not only that, no, a Filipino, usually po Americans or ayan, na pinanganak sa Amerika, something like that, no. So I'm very thankful and grateful for the trust, all right, of Under American Association of the Philippines, which we're going to celebrate actually this coming June 27, the 73rd years anniversary with the George Washington lunch. Okay, we're going to honor 5 to 6 or 7 people or leaders who are making a difference right now. These are not actually these are not actually just Americans, but also Filipinos who are making a difference, all right, in the Philippines and beyond. Last time, actually, we even flew from US papunta po dito sa Philippines yung ating mga awardees. They're very excited during that time, and especially during this pandemic, we're very excited, of course, to announce who will be the honorees under American Association of the Philippines. And then I'm very thankful and grateful also to Kiwanis Club of Kiwanis Clubs under the Division 3A na binubuo po ng Makati, ng Manila, ng Pasay, and also Taguig. They elected me as the Lieutenant Governor-elect for this coming 2022 and 2023. Ito naman po ay I'm very thankful. This is actually the highest position under Kiwanis sa division, under po nung nabanggit ko na mga area, no? And I'm very grateful and thankful. Actually, I'm the current president of Kiwanis Club of Makati. So, ang ating po main focus naman dito sa Kiwanis ay puro for the children. So, every month po ay nagkakaroon tayo ng mga activities for them. And for this coming June 4, we actually partnered with Kiwanis Club of Los Baños. They're going to have the bloodletting activity. Last time po, we supported them also, the Kiwanis Club of Los Baños, in their community pantry. So, nagbigay po tayo ng face shield at kung ano-ano pa, especially of course soap under our company, at kung ano-ano pa nga po, no? I think rice. Nagbigay din tayo ng rice for them to support ito pong mga kasamahan or mga indigent in Los Baños. And then we're supporting once again ito pong Kiwanis Club of Makati because they're going to have the bloodletting activity at yung pong mga magbibigay ng dugo at kailangan po natin din yan, no, para sa ating mga kababayan. We're going to provide yun po ulit rice and also bibigyan din po natin face shield, and of course, so, pinaprepare na rin po natin yan, no? So, yan po ay under the Kiwanis Club of Makati. Again, thank you so much sa American Association of the Philippines for electing me as the first, woman, president. Ayan po ay sa 73 years na establishment here in the Philippines. Ngayon lang po nangyari. I'm very thankful. Kanina diniscuss ni Deniece about sa woman empowerment. And I'm very grateful to my parents actually for the support and everything else. Kaya nga po narating din po natin itong ganitong position. And then, of course, again, sa Kiwanis International isa ito sa ating naging project. Namigay po tayo ng books. This actually, nakikita nyo sa screen, ito po ay in partnership with JCI Makati naman. Nakipag-partner din po tayo sa iba't ibang organization. Ang president po right now ng JCI Makati ay ating pong last time honoree under Asia Leaders Awards. If I'm not mistaken, Young CEO awardee siya last time, si Lance Tan, who happens po ay nag-handle ng, if I'm not mistaken, 16 hotels here in the Philippines. Siya nag-open. Siya rin po ang CEO. Dati po COO siya. Kung narinig yun ay Desert Museum, Inflatable Island, and Lakbay Museo. Kanya po yan. That's why tinagurian po siya na young, parang the Young Museum Prince or Museum Prince here in the Philippines. At meron pa rin po siya i-open na isa pang museum sa Ever Emporium at sa Tagaytay. If I'm not mistaken, like, may Lumina something at nakita ko na rin po, napakaganda talaga. Kung nakapunta na kayo sa Lakbay Museo with 12 to 13 destination in the Philippines na nilagay niya sa isang place lang, I think it's 1,000 square meters. Yan po ay inside sa Conrad Hotel. Nakakatuwa talaga. Napakaganda. Very focused talaga itong taong to. Very young and yet very successful. Ayan po, siya po ang JCI Makati na president right now. Ayan. So thank you so much, JCI Makati. Thank you to Kiwanis International and thank you to American Association of the Philippines na magkakaroon nga po. Ayan, magse-celebrate po tayo ng 73 years anniversary pagkakatayo po dito sa Philippines ng American Association of the Philippines at syempre every year po kasi yan. Yung ating dati po meron tayong George Washington Ball na ginanap po natin last time if I'm not mistaken at Resorts World or Makati Shangri-La, but ngayon po yun nga we're not going to have that because of what's happening right now, because of this pandemic and because of the mandate of IATF, but we're just going to have our lunch, okay, George Washington lunch, okay, we're going to hail again and acknowledge the leaders that we have right now who are making a difference in the country, because we believe po, real leaders are really shining even during this pandemic. Lumalabas talaga. Even though we are all in this pandemic, we are all have these challenges, makikita nyo pa rin talaga ang difference na authentic and real leaders who are really there helping the indigents, okay? So, ayan. So, our next question. Richard, paki-check lang if we still have, ayan, watchers or listeners who will win. Ayan, para sa GCash. Okay? So, Deniece, what do you think is the opportunity? Kasi napakarami pa rin. Even though hindi tayo lumalabas, nakapag-launch pa rin tayo na napakaraming events pa rin So, what do you think opportunity na mai-share mo pa rin dito sa ating mga kababayan? Because as what our mentor keep on telling us, grab the opportunity if it's in front of you. What do you think are the opportunities in terms of businesses here in the Philippines na pwedeng i-grab nitong ating mga nanonood or itong mga Filipino right now? Kasi one thing that I would share, binanggit mo yung sa Grab, logistic really is thriving because they want to go out, puro tayo delivery Ako, super dami, mamaya magpapadeliver ako ng scramble. Super init dito sa Laguna. I'm in Laguna right now. I'm in Calauan, Laguna. Okay, so ang daming opportunity. So meron dyan Lalamove for the delivery, of course Grab, and now we have TokTok. So Deniece, what do you think some of the opportunities that these leaders or these those people watching right now na pwedeng i-grab in terms of business? Go ahead, Deniece.
Opportunity. I think this is an opportunity to be invited and to express my thoughts in pandemic despite of what we're going through. I think this is an opportunity to motivate people, especially in business, and giving a broader concept and perspective of the new trend or the old and new business that we can get ourselves involved.
Okay,
So,
oo,
guys,
napakarami
specifically
talaga.
speaking, yeah, like yung mga Lalamove natin, like yung mga, I mean, the Grab, we have different, hindi, I like before, ang dami pang pwedeng requirements para magtrabaho ka. Ngayon, talagang, this motorcycle drivers, this delivery men are our hero kasi without them, our deliveries will not be on time, so I think that's also another opportunity, like especially ang laging nakakapag-drive at nakakapag-deliver are mga lalaki, because of course sabi nga nila ang tatay ang dapat mag-provide sa bahay, especially ngayon na the kids or the children needs the love and the passion of compassion inside the house. And I think we women are more capable of embracing the stress and emphasizing the patience to the young people. If you're a mother for your children, if you're a grandmother for your grandchildren, if you're an ate for your brother. So I really salute this company is just giving them an opportunity. At the same time, also on opportunity, there are a lot of marketing, digital marketing strategies na employees or they can do it for part-time, which is also an opportunity because then they can help the business to expand and to be a content creator. Bloggers, dyan na naglabas yung mga bloggers natin, which they're able to be confident in expressing their ideas, their talents, and generate it, from just discussing and talking and about life, but they can get money from it. It's also an opportunity. Um, uh, what else? I also seen this pandemic as a positive side of reaching out to people, especially kayong may mga nagbibigay ng retail. Like ako, I'm gonna launch my vitamins. It's a 7,000 milligram, and it's gonna be really a good concept because talagang pinag-isipan siya and it involves women empowerment and also you know, people empowerment. So I think it's also another opportunity to people, especially mga manufacturing company, mga trading company that will be giving a additional puhunan and additional maliit na kita. Wala na, ang kita naman walang maliit at malaki as long as you are living happy and content in your life. You know, we having a luxury life is not totally 100% a security for you to be happy, but you know, being with your family and getting involved with small and big businesses, and you've learned a lot, is already a can for me and for other people, other entrepreneurs. Yun, I think me, I'm very thankful and grateful, lalo na yung mga naniniwala. Like, I just wanna, you know, I need to say thank you to, of course, to Mr. Jerry Santos, for Mr. Freeze, who's also our awardee. You know, in times of this, their company is very supportive, and with my platforms, with my projects, and also Dr. Ricardo Quinones, who bring out the beauty in me. You know, despite of everything, hindi sila greedy, hindi sila, they don't only think about money and they don't think about business, but they're also thinking about how people can rise up again, even in a simple way. Dr. Fidel, which is gives me a very nice smile in Zoom meetings because ito na lang ang trending ngayon. And of course, Ace All Color, which is I'm part of the family. I'm part of the company. Ace All Color is already, you know, been around for a decade, and we've been catering graduating students, especially right now. I'm actually in Ace All Colors studio, wherein I'm part of the family, I'm part owner. So we just don't give a good photos or memories, but also we emphasize education after life. You know, after education, what's going to happen. So that's really a good opportunity, especially this pandemic, na binibigyan natin ng magandang mindset yung mga bata na nakakatapos mag-graduate, lalo na ngayon, walang graduation. Ang graduate lang nila is having a photo and toga, and then you know, nasa bahay na. So, nakakalungkot, right? So at least they have so much time and opportunity to think what is really meant for them, not just because what they're, you know, what's trending right now. At least they have so much time to think and to strategize their future, and of course, always depend on God's approval. Because if you don't let God control your life, you will end up keep on asking yourself, and like this pandemic, you will keep putting yourself into stress and negative thoughts because you're only the one controlling yourself. eh hindi naman natin makokontrol yung mundo. Hindi ko makokontrol ang mundo. Hindi natin makokontrol ang mundo. Only can control is God's. It's always God's plan. So we have hold the opportunity to hold that. And to the former columnist, which is Tita Crispin Belen, thank you for giving the opportunity to, to show the world who I am, which is, I know how grateful I am. You've been giving me a nice, no, you've gave me a title of woman of courage, which I'm very thankful. Even it's 4 years, 3 years ago, I know 2 years ago, and being grateful to those people is also show humility and the sign of still your success is their success, and their success is your success. And to Mayor Mama, I thank you very much for even Mayor Maymay is a Muslim, and but still he was able to help me with the platforms and giving me opportunity to rise up once again. Especially I'm an advocate myself, not only in business, not only with family business, not only with my own passion, but also kahit magkaiba ng belief. But what important is sabi nga ng scripture, love your neighbors, love people who also care for you, even you don't have the same wavelength or same beliefs. What important is you give a partial of you, which is already considered a blessing. So thank you, Mayor Maymay, for making youth like me um, fighting during this fighting good future despite of this pandemic. And of course to Mr. Robert Yupanco, who's will be initiating the Yap Gallery or Wax Museum. I'm very thankful, of course, for bringing businessmen and businesswomen and entrepreneurs who wanted to give up, but you still embrace people despite of what they're going through during this pandemic, and I'm really thankful for that opportunity. And what else? Yeah, thank you for Mr. B for getting me as endorser for diamonds. And I think especially ngayon ng mga Chinese ngayon nahihirapan sa pagbalik sa negosyo, but still there's some people who are really still striving hard and working hard. And what important is you choose a good endorser, a good spokesperson, and someone who is not just nandyan lang pag you're successful, but who's there for you to help your vision and expand your potential. So I think yeah, I mean, wala na ba ako nakalimutan to thank you, to be grateful for it. And what important, and the most important, the of Alpha and the Omega, the first and last is God, because I'm not gonna be here. This is not gonna happen if God didn't, if God didn't make a way to be given opportunity by you, Miss Grace, that I was able to express myself in different aspects, whether it's in environment, being an athlete, being fashionista myself, and also a women empowerment leader and activist. And this program that you have and social reviewers is is a blessing that we experiencing right now, because it's an enlightenment and it's a continuous giving hope to others. So yun, I think the learnings is just be grateful and always be positive, and not just positive like being yourself, like thinking about yourself at the time, but also thinking others. How can you help others? And even a small way you can make someone successful. By this I'm not doing anything but sharing some wisdom and uplifting those people na you can be like others, and you can do it like others, and you can survive like others did. So it's already an opportunity for us to be connected and to survive this pandemic. So World peace.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
oo, super dami. Oo, super dami naming natutunan, Denise, no? So, again, guys, Miss Deniece Cornejo. So, napakarami nating natutunan. Everything about her, all na kung saan siya naka-engage, all the activities. So, we're very grateful actually and our pleasure for having you in this afternoon. Okay, so salamat po sa lahat ng nanood. Yan ay para mas marami pa tayong matutunan even in the middle of this crisis, ano? Kasi napakahirap talaga. So, eto po, nagbibigay tayo ng libreng puhunan, nagbibigay tayo ng napakagandang programa. So, don't forget po, no? You just need to grab the opportunity. We're giving it to you for free. Ano pa ba ang gusto, di ba? Sipag at tiyaga lang talaga ang kailangan. Dahil ang pagsulong, pinagtutulong-tulungan, sama-sama, walang iwanan. Again, this is your host, Grace Bondad Nicolas. Sagot ko ang puhunan mo, just connect with us. At yun po, no, ang sabi nga ng tatay ko, no, kung smart ka, hindi ka pwedeng mawala ng pera sa iyong bulsa. Okay? So, kailangan talagang magtrabaho, gumising tayo para sa ating pamilya. Okay? So, again, thank you so much. At sana ay makita-kita pa tayo muli this coming Monday naman po. No? Dito lang po sa Beauty and the Business. Again, thank you so much everyone. Thank you and good afternoon.